Hey guys, welcome again to Thursday Night Live at the Gun Shop. Just like every time, thank you so much for being here. All those that's gonna join in, and for the guys and gals that what I found out, listen to us on Friday on their commute to or from work. Just welcome to everybody. Thank you for being here. We got to get the coffee to get things started. Tastes like we're drinking FAFO tonight. Yeah, let's see.
Maybe.
That's bunker blend. It don't have the bite. It don't have that little teeny bite on the back end that the FAFO has. So tonight we're drinking the bunker blend of WHMC's coffee line. We always have to try to encourage people to look at our products and, hopefully come by, get something that you will really enjoy and help support local businesses. So tonight we're enjoying Bunker Blend. Our topic tonight, as you know, is a continuation from last week, and we're going to talk about silencers. Does he need to get paid so we can leave? Do you need to get paid so you can go? You're staying for the broadcast? Okay. Sorry, guys. Work never stops, even when we're on air. That's the cool thing about doing this live. You guys get to see real life. I mean, it never stops, and we keep going. And that's one of the things I like about doing live broadcast. On those occasions, and they're not infrequent, that I screw up, it gives everybody a real good laugh.
John Miller says, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
Hey, John. Hope you're having a good week.
I think he needs to come see me.
Stephanie's checking on something. John, stand fast. So anyway, let's talk about silencers. First off, never mind, John, signal 9. Let's talk about silencers. Right now, it is insane. We are actually seeing silencers coming back faster than I've ever seen them. I've never seen NFA items turning like they are right now. I'm not going to give the name of the customer, but one of our real good customers, and guys, I'm glad to call a good friend, picked up one today. 4 days. That's counting a Sunday.
Yep.
We
4
put
days.
it in on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got it back on Tuesday, and he wasn't able to get over until today to pick it up. It's insane how fast the SBRs, the silencers, all that stuff is coming back. I will call this name. She don't mind, Stephanie. Got her a nice little rimfire can.
15 days.
Yeah, 15 days. It's insane. So of course that's driving suppressor sales nationwide. It's putting kind of a crunch on supply. We're staying on top of that every day. We're literally buying suppressors every day. The cool thing is with some of what we're doing, we can get serial numbers and get paperwork going a very short period of time after we've ordered the can. And by that I mean what, 15 minutes. They'll give us a serial number.
Yeah, in about 15 minutes.
So so even if we don't have that can sitting right here, if we've got it in our own line inventory, I can order that can and have a serial number in about 15 minutes. So by the time that if you're a first time buyer, before you get all your online accounts, the 2 online accounts that we help you with, we don't have to help you, but it's a service we offer, and people seem to really like. By the time we get that done, fingerprints, pictures, we're able to go straight in and assign the can to you, and it's really a nice system. Like I said last week, we've battled through this to the point I think we got a really good system. Customers seem to really like the system. We make it really easy for you. And right now with the return times on the stamps, it's a great time to buy a can. If you've ever thought about it, or anything, this is a time to act. There's been a couple of other positive changes that are helping, with ATF shifting some hours around, and that was a good thing. So with that said, best time in the world to buy a can, 6 months ago or right now? Right now it may be better than 6 months ago. Are people commenting on our music?
Leon said, bang your head.
Mental health will drive you mad.
And we will see you tomorrow morning, John.
So anyway, let's get back talking about silencers. Last week we talked a little bit about what's the name of a silencer. I got to put my glasses on.
It's okay.
I really like to do these without my glasses. I get tired of wearing them all day. Last week we talked about what is a silencer, what's the real proper name. We talked about some myths concerning silencers. We talked a little bit about how the silencers work. So tonight, it's going to be a short list of what we're going to talk about. We talked somewhat about why buy from WHMC. We're going to talk about that a little more. Talk about the fact that this is the best time I've ever seen, especially prior to 1934, or after. I'm not prior to, after 1934, to be buying a can, as far as turnaround times and getting the tax stamp back and that kind of thing. We did get YouTube channel launched, and Rumble we're having some technical difficulties.
I will try to get it uploaded this evening.
Some of those technical difficulties, I think, involve the fact that our internet here in the shop
sucks. Just
it's really close kin to dial-up. We keep listening for the little sound from the modem.
Yes.
Well, how'd it go? I think. Yeah.
And you didn't want anybody to pick up, and
right.
People are obviously picking up because
we keep listening for the sound from the modem. It runs so slow, so I don't know. That's just what it is. So anyway, YouTube channel's up. Rumble will be up. There's a link to the YouTube channel posted under last week's video.
Well, no, it's
no.
I posted
independently.
the link directly. Yeah.
And we will post a link with this video. Yes? No?
I will post a link, yes.
Okay.
Every week I will post as soon as it's uploaded, and I did apologize that it took so long. So,
guys, on YouTube, on Rumble, really would need your help. You guys got us over 20,000 followers on Facebook.
We have 2 on Rumble, and probably one of them's me.
So, if you guys will, please get the word, help us get the word out, because we are throttled by Facebook.
Harry, just come and see me, and I'll help you go through that process.
Who, Sampson?
Yes. He said, once I'm established with Silencer Co., Is it easier to do a
Silencer
set?
shop.
That's what I was going to say. It's Silencer Shop, and I will help you through that process. Just come
What
see me.
that's what we do, Harry. She'll take you by the hand and lead you to the promised land.
Just come and ask for the Silencer Lady. That's what everybody's been calling me. Yeah,
Okay.
the Silencer Lady.
So anyway, guys, that just took my thoughts right out of my head.
I'm
So
so
let me go
sorry.
right back to this. YouTube and Rumble, please, please, please. You guys got us over 20,000 followers on Facebook. Help us build this up so we can get the good information, solid information out to people so they can be more educated. Hopefully we can do some stuff that's entertaining and we can do some, do some good.
And especially over on Rumble.
Yeah, I'm on Rumble. We're going to do some content that's going to be exclusively for Rumble because they believe in free speech. And quite frankly, I don't have to sit here and watch Stephanie to see am I saying the right thing or not. We can just sit down and talk like we're in the shop, and
Right.
Here there's just so many things I can't say, or they pull us down, or whatever. So,
And if we drop a few F-bombs, it's not going to be detrimental.
we're going to try to refrain from those.
But it happens occasionally.
So if you guys will, YouTube, Rumble, go to those, like, share, I don't know, subscribe, whatever it is we do.
Yes. All of those.
All
the
of those,
above.
like, share, subscribe, comment. I don't care if you put middle fingers in the comment.
If you don't like it, say, hey, I don't like this.
Exactly.
Tell us how bad it is.
Or
If you're saying something, that's what matters.
yeah, but if the content's going out and it's really not helpful to you, or you don't think it was presented right, or there's something, we're new at this. We grabbed the camera, which is on a cell phone, and we got a tablet, and we got another tablet, and that's our whole. Oh, we got these little wireless micy things.
Yes.
And that's our whole production setup. That's it. Oh, we got a little stand that holds them, that holds the tablet and the cell phone. We do have this little stand that's right in front of me. That's our whole production setup, guys. We're new at this. We want it, and we're going to keep it raw. We're not going to overproduce or over edit. We don't edit nothing.
Nope.
But if we make some video, which we will be making some video that won't be live, especially on Rumble and YouTube, some range videos and stuff like that. At least over on Rumble, we can be a little more freewheeling. What?
Johnny Carter said, y'all need a cardboard picture of Biden holding some balloons behind you in one hand and ice cream in the other.
I got to tell you what, check fatheads.com. Felipe, look at fatheads.com, see if they got a cardboard statue of Biden holding balloons and ice cream. And maybe of Donald Trump holding a saw.
And hello to Diane and also Eric Ferguson.
Hey, Eric. Hi, Di. Hi, Di. Sounds like tie-dye.
It does.
I wonder if you put it on a t-shirt.
You could.
You think?
Probably.
Okay.
Why not?
So let's talk about silencers, guys. What things matter in a silencer? What is important as far as construction? Well, believe it or not, we can say the material, what it's made out of. Is it made out of a high-grade aluminum? Is it made out of 17-4 stainless? Is it made out of a,
Sadly not.
Sadly not.
No, but you can create one.
How much? This is the fun thing about live. People can give us great ideas and we can pursue them. We can have an ice cream eating Biden and we can have Trump holding a shotgun or something. Who knows? One thing I fully intend to do is extend an invitation out to Chris Todd and Brock Martin and one other from the Tennessee house and invite them to be on the show with us live one night and get some real discussion going on. Chris is always a great person to talk with because he don't give you politician answers. He just gives you answers.
Yep.
And the conversations I've had with Brock Martin, honestly, have been the same way. So I think that would be an interesting show for later. But getting into silencers,
You can get a custom one for $70.
huh?
You can get a custom one for $70.
$70 and we can get Biden holding balloons, eating ice cream.
Yep.
Order that.
Leon said, or maybe want a straight jacket.
Yeah. If anybody wants to contribute to the Biden thing, it's $70 plus shipping. We're ordering it right now. We're going to do that. That would be fun. You never know where it'll show up in the videos. But I refuse to have him sniffing hair.
Oh,
That's just too much pedo. Anyway, let's talk more about silencers. I
Yes.
need a silencer or two.
which one do you want?
We can do this one instead.
How about
Yeah, that's a good example, Cam.
Hybrid 46?
Okay,
M.
this can is made by Silencer Co. It's a hybrid 46M, the M meaning modular, which means that we can shorten this can. Oh my.
It's tight.
By taking this section off, then we take the end cap out, replace it here, and then if we want to get it shorter, we can take this out, direct thread it. But Stephanie, I need you to
Yes.
tell me if they can see what I'm doing.
Okay.
Can you guys see the thickness of the tube material?
Okay, they can up here, but those who've seen it now, we may need to move it here for those guys.
Okay, you guys see the thickness of this tube material? Okay. It actually matters. When a lot of these lesser expensive cans and lesser cans, there's some out there that are actually way too much money for what they are using real thin lower grade aluminum, and then they're bragging about their weight. And the problem is the cans won't hold up. And I was looking at some of the other here recently, well, one day this week, that
It's raining.
my cost on them were going to be $650 a can.
They got 36, height of 36,
And the
64, and 72.
the construction of the can was actually atrocious. They were really thin aluminum, not titanium. They were using
Trying to find a good picture.
cheap materials in the baffles, and they were trying to charge more money for that can than we retail the bargain version of this can for.
Yep.
So price does not always dictate quality, huh?
The rain. Beautiful.
The price does not always dictate quality. If you look, I'll give you another example, and this is a can from Silencer Co. It's just old technology, but the Warlock 2 now. It's a rimfire can. If you pick them up, they're nice and light, but they're only good for 22 short, long rifle. They're not even rated for Magnum.
Would you like me to get some out of there?
No, because we don't have any of the cheap crap to show them.
No, we don't have that. But I'm saying, do you want any? Out of
No,
there?
this one did it perfectly because I wanted to just demonstrate.
Gotcha.
I wanted to be able to get one that we could show here, talk about outside tube materials.
Yeah.
the baffles, the material the baffles are made out of, that all matters. And there, I'm trying not to call the name of this other company because I really don't want to badmouth anybody. But their cans are, I don't know any other word but shoddy.
Just not quality work.
No, I mean,
Workmanship.
if they were $150, $200 cans, okay.
But they're not.
They're not. I mean, they're wanting $650 dealer cost.
You can get,
You can get,
The-
that's why I said the bargain version of this one,
yeah.
which is just not modular, and it comes with a direct thread mount rather than this ASR mount.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy that can for under 600 Mexicans.
Yeah.
I said that because Felipe's sitting right there.
Half Mexicans. Get it right. Half Mexicans.
Well,
Hey, if you hit them hard enough, then the white guy goes out and the Hispanic comes full out. I probably shouldn't say that.
really? I don't know. We're not politically correct. And by the way, he is legal. He was born here.
Yes.
But
So
everybody knows
don't be trying to come get him. He can't even speak Spanish.
my ID starts with a 3. I promise it's real.
Stop it, Felipe.
Oh me. So anyway, guys, good cans versus bad cans. You want to pay attention to materials. There are some materials like grades of titanium. What?
Leon said, "Are you sure?"
We're sure, Leon. We know his mom.
But there is no legal proof. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yes.
Oh, Leon.
the type of materials, like if you're gonna get a really really light can, you're not gonna pay a really really light price.
Nope.
Not to have a quality can.
A lot of our titanium cans are over $1,000, over
Yeah, they're over.
1,200.
Yeah.
But
But
goodness,
it's gonna be, you're gonna be talking about a grand up
yeah,
for a quality. If you're gonna buy a quality, really lightweight can that will last and have substance about it.
mm-hmm.
If you start looking at these that are made out of the lighter grades of aluminum, and they're cutting down the outside thickness of the thickness of the outer tube, and they're using cheap materials in the baffles, like some of them are, and they're not giving you much of a blast chamber, so they can keep the whatever. I don't know what they're thinking, except how cheap can they build it and whatever. The old Rebel cans. Is my old Rebel can down there in the box? I mean, guys, they were cheap cans. They weren't bad cans. And back in the day, they were priced accordingly.
It's a road.
This was one of the old Rebels. Okay, they literally, you can just break them apart. Okay, this is a not the greatest grade of aluminum. There's the baffle. Okay, there's all aluminum. For those that can see, this would be, to me, this is a cheap, not greatly constructed can. The materials are inexpensive. These are fairly thin and light.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great concept, and I'm gonna tell you, even though that's a 22 arc barrel we're gonna build. Even though it's all those things, when these were on the market, before ATF shut them down, when these cans were on the market, they were $200, $199. So it was a buy.
Eric Ferguson asked, if weight is not an issue, then what type of metal would be best?
If weight's not an issue, I like a good steel can or a good stainless can. Um, Depending on what
The
I'm
most
putting in,
durable he has.
dependent a good steel monolithic can where the body's monolithic and it, not breaking it apart, not being modular, but a solid monolithic body with the welded baffle stack. Um, Gosh, um, so many people have gotten away from that. It's hard to even bring one of those to mind. The old Texas Silencer, before Texas Silencer Company apparently went out of business, is what I've been told. Their Hunter, the can they called the Hunter,
That one was heavy.
that was a real good example of it. Steel tube, welded baffles. It's a well built can. Um, so, um, you said that was Eric that asked that question?
Ferguson, yes.
Um, I feel like I should know the guy. I talk to him every week on here.
I know.
Um,
And he's come visit.
Weight not being an issue. The original Silencer Co. 46 Hybrid would be a good can for that. That's an outrider.
I don't know. I don't see one anywhere just hanging around.
The um,
Which
rugged Alaskan, not the TI, but the original Alaskan, would be a good can and a rugged can and a can that'll last a long time. I've got some new cans coming in that I really have a lot of hope for. Got one of their 22 cans. Will you give me that rifle right there, Felipe? That the 1022 we did for Lance. Right there. Yes, sir. We've got some centerfire cans coming from this company called GSL. This was a can that we picked up to test, and we like it quite a bit. And we ran into them and hung out some at SHOT Show, and hopefully I should have some cans from them coming in soon. But I've got a lot of hope. I've got a lot of hope, and I've got
There's the Alaskan.
a good feeling about the GSL cans, which we'll know more later as they come in. So there are 22 cans quite light, but it's built for a rimfire can. It's built very well. The baffle system, everything is nice. It's so pretty. I nearly played hooky to go shoot this gun today. Thank you. This is a rugged Alaskan. This is a first-rate can in anybody's book. Steel tubed, nice heavy baffle system.
Said he wants that 1022.
We build them. I mean, if you want to put in an order, be glad to make it happen for you.
And he said, Kinley Chase Ferguson is his wife. You'd know me if you saw my face.
Probably. I figure somebody's been in here.
Yeah.
But again, we were talking earlier. Look at the tube. Look at the way this outer tube's made. Look how stout that is. I wish you could feel it. I wish you guys, I'm holding it. It's. But if you look how nice and thick, how heavy that outer tube's built, this thing is built to take a beating. It's built to handle heavy caliber rifles in really rough environments, such as Alaska. You know, in the terrain up there, and the inclement weather, and to take a beating in a rough terrain and keep coming. So this is quickly becoming absolutely one of my favorite cans.
And Eric said Trevor Goodlow is her father. Does that ring a bell
Yes.
now?
Got you. Now, yes. Yes. Hope y'all are doing well. But really, not trying to make a rugged commercial, but that 36 Alaskan is he's quickly moved into probably my top 5. And
Kinley's joined.
well, hi. The I will have one of those mounted on a 358 Winchester WHMC custom rifle very shortly.
When we can get them.
Oh, we're gonna call what's his name and tell him I want it.
I can do that.
Connor. What's his name? What would you say is the absolute best can?
I have no earthly idea.
There's all different ones for
There
different
are.
situations.
I mean it. I don't know if you're going to tell the absolute truth, if you're going to be 100% truthful, I don't know that there's a way to answer that question. There are right now many great products available, and there's some product lines out there truly wish we could go buy into and stock them all. But money's not limitless. We're not the Bidens. We don't just print money. We have to go make some money, pay our bills, and then we can buy stuff with what's left over. And that's how it is for work in America. But there's so many good products. I mean, the best can in the world may be one none of us have ever heard of.
and what may be the best can for you may not be the best can for me.
Well,
or
it depends on it depends on really the area of operation. What are we going to do with it?
right.
How versatile do we want that can to be? Are we using a specific setup? Some people would say, "Oh man, you got to have a Surefire." Well,
That's funny. How do you feel about Surefire?
to me, Surefire is the most overrated.
But we sell them.
We sell them.
We've sold them, and
They're loud.
a lot of people love them.
They'll last forever. Okay, they'll last forever. Everything about them is proprietary, so the cans cost more, the accessories cost more. It's a pain in the bohunkus to keep stuff in stock for. Mm-hmm. And the 223 can, don't interchange with stuff for this can and that can, and this series don't. It's a nightmare. I mean, when I get ready to start dealing with Surefire cans, I take 4 Tylenol. Sorry, Chris. Chris Lowry, our good friend, is the Surefire rep for this area. Sorry, Chris.
But that's just how you feel about them.
It is.
Lance loves them.
But
Lance?
I think they're very loud. I don't think they're not nearly as quiet as some of the other cans.
And that's what I've heard.
And everybody's the military. Guys, let's remember, mil spec means lowest bidder.
He said the Surefire ones that y'all have, what material are they made out of?
It depends on which one. Right now, I don't think I have any Surefires.
We don't have any.
I can always, like I said, Chris Lowry, who's a good friend and who's here with us in the store pretty often, and I think a lot of people that watch this would probably know Chris. They've met him here. He also is our Springfield guy, and for years was our Trigicon guy, but that just changed. He also does the Pro Shot Industries, the really great cleaning stuff. I've been using that stuff since the 90s. It's wonderful. We can do the Surefire stuff. It's not a problem, but a lot of the military stuff just switched over to Dead Air. They're running the Sandman.
Which we have a couple of those in stock.
Well, somebody get me the Desert Tan. I mean, that's the actual can that they're making for the special operations groups, which is Dead Air Sandman in FDE. Stephanie's going to grab a couple and bring them over. Difference in the two cans is the color. This is, many of the government contracts now are going to this, they all do an FDE. Yep. I guess it's a fashion statement. I don't know. But this is a great can. I like these cans. These are not going to be the quietest. We talked about last week, volume. They're still going to contain a lot of gas, but there's going to be quieter cans. But this can is built. If I was where I could hand y'all this can and you could hold it, and some of them you just feel it. This is not a lightweight can.
No, it's a little hefty.
It's hefty. This is. Am I crazy, or is that Blackwood heavier?
You're crazy.
Okay. So, I really think these are, if you're in a want a 30 caliber can, these are a great option.
I believe that what you're asking.
What's the question?
How many doll hairs? $8.95, I believe.
I think that's about right.
Both of them exact same.
Yeah, they're the same price. Same.
Doll hairs.
Doll hairs?
Doll hairs.
Okay. So, yeah, doll hairs. Okay. $895 doll hairs.
Yep. Or half Mexicans.
Well, we can't say that. That's racist.
It's not racist because he's the one that said it.
I did. I can confirm.
See? We're good.
So, okay. I'm sure we're going to offend somebody before the night's over.
Come see me.
So anyway, good cans versus bad cans. Guys, price is not always a guideline. Okay? One of the things I wanted to show you guys with the Rebel can is, that was a cheap can. Cheap materials, cheap to manufacture. But it works great. Is it going to last forever? No. If you're taking it apart and with those modules and those kind of things, that aluminum on aluminum, it's going to wear, you're going to get slop, it's going to happen. But at the time when I bought that can, it was, $199 or something? It was about the same price as the tax stamp. Might have been a little cheaper than the tax stamp.
Goodness.
So, and it came with the 5/8 24.5 by 28 adapter, and if it lasted 5 years, it was fine. But it's not a can that I bought thinking it would last forever. If we hadn't had all the things with the COVID and all that, we couldn't get ammo and couldn't go shoot. I don't know if it would still be holding up or not. But as it is, that one normally lives on Diane's rifle in the house. So, that can, very thin, very inexpensive materials. Were they bad cans? Depends on what you want to do. When I bought it, it's like, huh, I'm buy that. I'm buy that for that much. You
Why
know,
not?
I mean, literally, we'll spend that much on dinner some nights. It's not uncommon to spend $200 on dinner. Well, it's a lot more uncommon now than it used to be, but
Yeah.
um, so good cans, bad cans. It's not always dictated by price. It's dictated by materials, by craftsmanship, um, and frankly, it's a lot of it's dictated by give a shit. What? I'm getting a funny face. Anyway, it's dictated
I
by
didn't realize he even said
by whether people cared about what they were doing.
Oh,
If you go see the people, if you go see the employees and the people at Dead Air,
that's far in the video, anyways.
these people care about what they're doing.
Yes, they do.
Okay? They love what they're doing. They love the reputation that they've gained over the years. They're jealous of it. And they work every day to make the product that protects that reputation.
I was definitely impressed by him at SHOT Show.
And the same thing is true of Rugged.
Rugged.
I mean, those guys are busting their butts. They're doing everything, trying to make sure that every can that leaves there is up to their standard, and
Yep.
they have a very high standard. Um, I think the same can be said at Silencer Co. If they'll just hurry up with those recalled cans.
Yes. Yes, we
Um,
need those.
Among others. I think Gemtech's on the road, on the right path, maybe. What I'm seeing from them, their price structure is a little out of line with what they are. But that's endemic of a company Smith & Wesson owns. But their quality seems to keep moving back to what Gemtech used to be known for.
Yeah.
But as these wait times have dropped, and the more the market is expanding because the wait times have dropped, you're seeing a lot. Every damn body now is making a can. Aero Precision is making a can,
Yep.
and truthfully, not a bad can.
Mm-mm.
It's really not. It's
We've
a
sold
heavy
several.
can. It's that's one of those. If you're not worried about weight, I think they're below I know they're below $700 hairs. Some of them I want to say are below $600.
The ones we have in stock are the K cans, and they are under 6.
Let me say it, K-Cam. Now, if any of you guys out there are thinking, if you got a 300 blackout, okay, especially if you got like the 10.5-inch barrel blackouts or something like that, this would be the thing.
That one's cute. We got
You throw that on a 10.5-inch blackout, now you're to what, maybe 16 inches overall, including your can. Still, shooting subs, that's big enough around. You got enough diameter here, so you're capturing enough gas with that particular cartridge that it should still be nice and quiet and kill all the muzzle flash.
Sitting at 15.4 ounces.
This is
the K.
so right at a pound. Right at a pound. By no means is it a lightweight, but it's not that terrible.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, and this is actually one of the new cans on the market that I actually consider a high value can. I think you get a lot of can for your money, and I hate to say that where Aero's concerned. The tube may not be the greatest, but it's far from the worst. Um, there's slight improvements they could make, but for a for the can that they're making and the price point that they're at, this can, especially when it's used in the environment it's designed to be used in, which would be working with 30 caliber subsonics, say with short barrels. Uh, Unless you're like really independently wealthy, and all you do is shoot, you nobody's gonna have enough ammunition to shoot the can out. So anybody that's looking for something for like a little short barrel blackout, maybe a dedicated can or something, this would be a can to think about. But again, like I said, not a lightweight. When you figure the titanium, the 360 Ti, which is rated to three, we got some coming in from Rugged. It's a titanium outer with Walter's back. It's just, you got to see that can to believe it. 5.8 ounces, is that right? Something like that, like 5.8 ounces or something, and it's rated
What
for
was it?
the Alaskan, Rugged Alaskan Ti. So good cans and bad cans have to be determined by, honestly, materials and construction, not by price.
5.6 ounces.
5.6 ounces.
Probably $1,700 hair.
No, that's not quite that bad.
No, that's not the price it is.
Dude,
We sell, we do a little,
thank God I do it.
construction
You need to
and materials.
put them on your good.
Those are the things. And if it's a reputable company, like I said, there's companies popping up everywhere. I mean, we literally get phone calls every day. What do you know about this company? What do you know about this company? What do you know about this company? When we walk through SHOT Show, especially on Thursday when we could finally walk and get around the show,
Yes.
I mean, we were nearly molested with suppressor people.
I don't know if that was good.
Everybody there seemed like every booth there had a new suppressor. You know, people you ain't never heard of. Bobbing Jeans Outdoor World Extravaganza. Here's our new suppressor. Here's our new can. Yeah. Okay. Go play your banjo and watch Deliverance again.
But these are the guys I was impressed
Yeah.
with.
I mean, the Arrow can, I'll be honest with you. I'm not Arrow's biggest fan. I don't like the way they do business. I just don't. They've never been good the way they do business. But they make a very respectable product with this can that's sold at a fair price.
Agreed.
So as long as you start looking and don't get caught in a rabbit hole. Because so many people want to talk about so many things that don't matter. They want to talk about this type of baffle versus that type of baffle. And some of that does matter. But when you're dealing with the major companies, whether it be Surefire, whether it be Dead Air, whether it be Rugged, whether it be Silencer Co., those guys are all doing stuff with baffle material, and they're going to have arguments, and they're going to have this, that, and the other about their baffle system, and they're all telling the truth, but whether it's a relevant truth or not is the other question. It's like you got two cans sitting there, and then I realize these are the same. We're make believe right now. This can is 3 decimals quieter than this can. If we put them in this room and we measure them with this special equipment, it's going to be 3 decimals difference. Who cares? It's irrelevant. Your ear cannot pick it up. And decimal levels, like a lot of other things, don't tell the whole story. What's the tone of the can? If it's got a high pitched tone, it's going whether it's 3 decimals quieter. If it's got a high pitched tone, it's going to sound louder. It's like turning the treble up in your music. Don't run down those. Look at outside construction material. What are the baffles made of? What are the attachment devices? How versatile is the can? And one of the other reasons that I like to stay with the big companies is, where's that? The ASR system from Silencer Co. Okay, is probably, there's no such thing as a universal. Every one of these comes set up every one of these comes set up for a different muzzle device. They're using Rugged's muzzle device. They're using dead airs. They're using Rugged. They're using ASR. But one thing about ASR is so widespread across the market, these can be changed out to ASR. The internal threads, what's kind of become an industry standard, 1.38 by 24 internal threads in here that this screws into. This has that. This has that. So you can, if you need to, standardize across platforms. If you already got, say you got 10 rifles you're suppressing, then they're all running ASR muzzle brakes. But you want to buy the dead air can that the military is using, you can swap this out for an ASR and run that on your existing quick detach. And that's the nice thing about the major companies is, at least on some things, they're standardized or more or less standardizing, so you can get more cross-platform stuff going. And if you don't think that's a big deal, follow me for 2 days. And by the end of 2 days, you'll go, that's a major deal.
Yep.
Because when they standardize that across platforms, there's so many things we can do then to help you as a customer. And it takes, constant study on our part and trying to learn and talking to people at the factories, talking to reps. But how we can save you money and make your life simpler by knowing how those things cross-reference and how to make it work for you. It don't seem like tonight has been very beneficial for people, but hopefully I've answered some questions.
You have.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. My mind's just not functioning at 100% tonight. Wanted to get a little more in depth about baffle materials and so forth, but I'd have to have some notes I haven't prepared. I can usually do this straight from memory. It's just not there. It's just not there.
Diane wants to know if they can be painted.
That is a good question.
It is.
Yes, they can. However, if you're Cerakoting these, because that can is Cerakoted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that can's wearing Cerakote.
Cerakote.
Yeah, it has to be the high temp Cerakote that they make for the suppressors. It is more expensive, and the product itself, the Cerakote product itself, is more expensive, and then you have to pay hazmat shipping. On regular Cerakote does not have a hazmat fee attached. The high temp Cerakote that you have to do cans correctly has these material fees attached to the Cerakote product as it comes in. If you try to use regular Cerakote, it ends up when you shoot the gun and it's reached about 800 degrees, everything starts bubbling. It just,
And your regular spray paint is not going
no,
to work.
no. If you're going to do colors on a can, you can come see us. We can help you with that. We can get it done. We can get it done for you correctly, and with something, with a with where it's going to last. And
It's a 22 can that's in there.
it's like I said, it's a little more expensive, but again, it's not. It's not going to be like break the bank expensive. Probably cost 30-40% more because of the product, product cost. Have we got any other questions I can address right now? Whether it's silencers, ammo, anything
Any
that you
kind
guys
of
want to
question.
ask?
Next week, can we go over the different kinds of attachments, the ASR,
No,
No, we cannot?
I don't think so.
Okay. I said next week.
I
I didn't say
mean,
tonight.
I'm gonna get if I try to do that on here, I'm gonna have people. It's gonna be like the other YouTube idiots,
Okay, I understand.
and I'm gonna have people so confused.
Okay.
It's so much better for me to be able to do that with people.
One-on-one.
Bring your gun, bring your can. Let's sit down together. Let's put this together. Make sure you understand why we're doing what we're doing. So when I'm not there, or Felipe's not there, or you're not there, or Drew's not there, they understand what they've done, what they got, and how to use it.
Correct.
I thought about that, but all it's gonna do is it's gonna be just like a lot of these talking heads that they got to make content. They got to have content out every day. They're doing this, they're doing that, to try to make a living on YouTube. And somebody writes them a script.
Yeah.
And they sit there and babble. And I'm babbling tonight, but it does nobody any good.
Okay.
And creates a lot of confusion. That's where a lot of the rabbit holes start. I'm glad to answer those questions for anybody, but I prefer to do those where I'm in a one-on-one conversation, or if it's a group of people that want to talk to me, and we can do it in person. And
You bring your gun in and let us sit down with you.
yeah, and make sure that we,
Would you put a can on a 1911 .45 caliber?
hell to the yeah. Absolutely. Hold on.
Got a little fired up there, didn't he?
Because we have something particular in stock.
Do what?
I said because we have something particular in stock. Meant
Yes.
Just for that.
Well, is this 145?
I don't know.
I just
We do have one
Yeah.
45.
This is 45. Okay, guys, this is the Thesis Night Stalker.
He
What?
says, I knew he would say that, LOL.
Who is it?
Nathan Smith.
Thesis Night Stalker. The only reason that I have not put one of these back in the custom shop and give it the WHMC treatment is I'm waiting on the double stack, because they're supposed to be bringing it out. And I'm gonna see if I can get that big old gun in my hand. I gotta hand me look over there and find me a piston. That's 5.78 by 24. But this is Thesis Night Stalker 1911 .45. This is the new one. It's cut, as you guys can see, for a red dot. Comes with the threaded barrel, with the rail, flat face trigger, really cool metal work here. Can they see?
Yes, they can see.
Front and rear, memory bump, commander hammer. What are you laughing at?
He said I made Tom's night.
Hey, anybody knows me knows if I'm talking about 1911s and 45s, yeah, it's a good night.
You said 5.8 by 24.
No, I said 0.578 by 24. that's typically what you find for, and it's got to be a silencer co. They're over there. So anyway, I would absolutely put one on. Once I get a piston on, and I'll definitely do it on 45, simply because 45 is naturally subsonic, which means the bullet's never going to break the sound barrier. Even if I'm hot loading old 230s, I might be running 900 feet a second, whatever, on a 5-inch. That bullet's never going to break the sound barrier. So it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful cartridge to suppress. It was just made to be suppressed. Of course, as people well know, 1911 is my favorite handgun of all time. Simply because I've had one since the night I was born. And
He said we have one.
I've carried one quite extensively. Get your ass down there. Over the years, I'm wearing one as we talk tonight, and wear one about every day. What I'm doing now, guys, on a handgun, the barrel you can see right now is tilting up somewhat. The barrel has to tilt up, the rear tilts down to let the new cartridge load. So when you have a can on here, it's got to be able to unlock from the barrel so it can work. And that's what it's called, a Nielsen device. This is a piston that's in the Nielsen device. That's how you adapt your threads. So now we can do this. And we're ready to go.
That's pretty badass.
His name was Bond, but my name is Tom.
You need to give me a 30 barrel for 45.
So, what I absolutely, and I promise you, there is a custom version of the Night Stalker coming that will include that feature. Just as soon as Mr. Matt Fuller
That'd be a negative, Diane.
decides to send me a double stack. I will announce this. This is sad. It's sad, but it's happy.
Yeah. Yesterday.
A lot of you guys that come to the events here have gotten to know Dalton Gallimore from SDS. You know, he would come down, he'd stand right down the counter down there, and he would literally sell every SDS product in the house. Great young man. A lot of people here got to know him and think a lot of him. And I know that there's people here now that they, got to be friends with him, and they keep in contact. Yesterday was Dalton's last day at SDS, which it's sad for us, but it's a happy moment for him. It's not a bad moving on. He's going to be training in his father-in-law's company to move maybe into a place of taking over for him as he gets closer to retirement age. So we wish Dalton the very, very best.
Yes.
He's a great young man. I look forward to meeting the new rep. Until then, I hope maybe he sees this, but Matt Fuller, I'll call you. So, but this, you will be seeing a custom shop version of this with the suppressor and with our normal touches. We'll tune the extractor, throat polish, trigger job. Very few of these do we ever have to do any work with the barrel because these guys do a good job. That's not going to need any barrel or bushing fitting if I was doing it with this gun. Then we'll figure out a cool theme for the gun and engrave it and Cerakote it and add the extras, and then we'll unveil it. So that'll be something that's coming.
How many doll hairs on that one?
On this pistol,
Mm-hmm.
that would be
$7.99.
show's about over because I'm out of coffee.
Yep, if you're out of coffee,
So guys,
things gonna get ugly soon.
remember suppressors. Oh, one other thing. What guns can you suppress? Guess what? You can suppress a shotgun, rifle, semi-automatic pistol.
And
Bow and arrow.
When you see people suppressing revolvers on the TV, it's what?
a load of
Horseshit.
I think you can say that off camera.
well, you said it, same basic thing earlier. It's okay.
But that don't work well.
Nobody can see anything, but you're
Well,
you're repping Defiant Munitions right now. So
That's
you might as well
fine. I
step
mean,
back
Pete-
up.
Pete and Rena, wonderful people.
It is Pie Day.
It's
so,
Pie Day. I want everybody to go to Defiant Munitions
Facebook page.
Facebook page and tell them Happy Pie Day. Because it's Peter Pie Jr.
Yep,
That little shit gets his own day.
he does. The whole family,
You're
All the
right,
pies.
all of them.
all the pies.
I want an apple pie. Hey, there's a revolver that's under there. It's loaded.
Yes.
Will you take the teeth out of there? Okay,
Show everybody.
the gun is empty.
Show that. Thank you very much.
Okay. So here we got old Smith Model 64 heavy barrel. But could we cut that down and thread this and put a can on the end of it? Yes, we could, and it would still be really loud. Why?
Why would it be really loud,
That's why I
Tom?
fix a show. Right in here, where the barrel and the cylinder come together, there's a gap. It's called the barrel cylinder gap, believe it or not. But there is a gap, and hot gases are escaping right there.
A lot of it.
And that's where a lot of your sound is coming from right here. It never gets to the can. So when you see these folks running around on these old movies and they got their revolver and it's silenced and it goes pew, pew, pew. That's horse hockey. What? However, just like everything else in the world, there's an exception. Back in the 1880s, here, put that back on that gun. Yes, I said 1880s, not 1980s. I knew what I was saying. I meant what I was saying. The Russians came up with the Nagant revolver. Seven shot. Double action if you got like monster strong fingers and hands. Revolver that can actually be suppressed. And let's look at why. This is neat. I'm gonna do this for each camera, okay? Am I there? Can
You're on
they
this one, yes.
Okay.
They can see you up top here.
watch the cylinder? Watch. Did you see it move?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that again. Watch the cylinder. You see that move? Let's go down here. Did I got a good view?
Oh, perfect.
Watch the cylinder. Okay. Watch it move. Okay. You also saw the cylinder move forward. So it's recessed on the front. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that it locks up over the barrel and there's no barrel cylinder gap.
Well, I love that revolver.
Now, will somebody get me a cartridge for this revolver? I need a.
We don't even have any.
There's no Nagants over there? Dang.
I sold the last box to Eric.
So we can do this. But the cartridge for this gun, there's really not
Triple
one
check.
laying around anywhere.
I'm about to triple check.
David Brasher said cool, very cool.
The Nagant's the only one that does that one too. Eh?
Yes. Even the cartridge is designed, if we can find one, it's a bottleneck cartridge that the bullet sits down inside the case, and when the cylinder moves forward over the barrel, the neck of the cartridge also locks this off. So there is no gas escape here. Thus no sound.
That's very cool.
And I mean, this thing's about as accurate as throwing rocks, guys. And, you know, if you're standing at 15 yards and shoot a piece of steel, it goes tink, tink. And if you shoot at 40 yards, it's like the bullet's out of breath by the time it gets there. But it is so much fun. And it's just so unique because that's the one revolver that could be suppressed effectively. And I don't know. Just thought we'd share that with y'all tonight. Something cool.
It's very cool.
And yes, Greg Thompson over at GT Holsters made this rig for us where we could carry the silencer with the pistol. And
Yes.
as far as the silencer, I think this is 9K maybe. No, this is a dead air. We're running a dead air Wolfman 9mm can. So yeah, Greg made the holster with the saddle for the silencer and did a great job. I've actually worn this at some gun shows in different places, and I had to stop because everybody kept trying to buy it, and they wouldn't leave me alone. And yeah, what?
He said that needs to be a reel. I'll see what I can do.
So anyway, I hope tonight's been informative for you guys. I feel like I've rambled a lot.
You've
And,
answered a lot of questions.
I'm here, I want to help. Oh, one of the cool gun laying here. Y'all ever heard of a guy named Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we heard of Abraham. You ever heard of a guy named John Wilkes Booth?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had a little disagreement.
It was
They had a disagreement.
big. A little disagreement right there.
And that was their disagreement. Mr. Booth presented this up behind Mr. Lincoln's ear And yeah, we know what happened. But guys, this is a real 1850 Philadelphia Derringer. I am not trying to tell you this is the gun that
No.
both use, but this is the make and model made at the same time, the same type of pistol that Booth used. So there's a real 1850
I want that.
Philadelphia Derringer for tonight. I don't think we can put a can on this one.
And John said it's been a very informative show.
I don't think that one's going to take a suppressor.
No, no.
But it's laying there, so hey, we'll show it to you. Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate everybody. I hope tonight's been good for you. That's going to kind of wrap it up on silencers. We're always here to answer questions about anything. If anybody's got some ideas on any kind of series they want us to look at going forward, I'm open to it. I've got 3 or 4 ideas on stuff to move forward with. But, you know, if there's something that you guys want to hear about, something you guys want to talk about, email us, drop it in the comment. Well, email us. Sometimes I actually have a really hard time retrieving the comments.
Sometimes. If you're in the
You know,
shop,
If you're in the shop,
say something. Tell me so I can write it down.
you know,
Send me a message.
send us
on
an
Facebook.
email or messenger or just call.
Yep.
I hate the telephone, but you can call. So anyway, I really, really appreciate everybody who's watching now and will be watching for the new Rumble and YouTube folks. This is, our second offering. We hope that we're picking up new people and that you're enjoying it. And who's out there?
Ratchet little ogre.
Is that your sister?
It is.
Oh, okay. So, wait a minute. She gets in here and we stand up side by side. We got a whole Mexican.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll make 2 Mexicans. 1 whole Mexican, 2 half Mexicans equals 2 Mexicans.
Yep. You forgot Janet. Janet.
Janet ain't Mexican. Hell, she's from Jackson.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
She's from Jackson. She ain't. Anyway. Rumble and YouTube, guys. This is how it works. It's raw. We film this live. We don't edit it. We don't cut it. It goes up just like it happens. As y'all can see, I get scatterbrained. I will go off on a tangent. I will walk over here and talk about this. If I need to go somewhere and get something, I will get up and walk off camera to go get it.
You will.
We're always here to help. We're always here to be supportive. We ask you guys just to return that. Please hit like, subscribe, any of that kind of stuff. I'm not really
Share
the-
it.
I'm not really the social media person.
No, but
I'm just the guy that sits here and runs his mouth. Hello, ladies. And Mr. Kai.
oh,
Mr. Kai is sound asleep.
and he got his hair cut off.
Oh,
Oh, y'all did him dirty.
y'all did do him dirty.
Y'all did him dirty. He wanted to be like his papa.
Oh,
Well, his hair, he had a mullet, and we need to grow it out.
He looks
anyway,
funny as shit now.
with the fact that my grandbaby just came in means I'm getting off camera, and I'm probably not going to bother him because he looks like he's sleeping really, really good. And but I am going to ooh and ah over him for a little while. So again, thank you guys. We appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, send smoke signals. Let people know about it. Help us get the word out. And we will see you guys next week. God bless.